Axie Infinity has become mainly focused on arena. The only way you earn now is by playing the arena mode. They took out adventure and daily quests, so you don't earn anything from this daily quest here, and there's no adventure mode. The only way you earn SLP now is from arena. So with that being the change, I'm going to give you tips in this video how to improve your MMR for beginner players and if you're a returning player or a veteran player that you may not actually know. So tip number 1, make sure you check your opponent's Axies. You're going to want to know what cards they have and what abilities they can use. So we're going against a double poison team that is running the Garish Worms on his front line. So it may actually be worth it to play Cattails because they like to stack poison even early and on your front liner if they have it. So we are going to actually attack heavy, and we want to get through my opponent's plant, if possible, pretty quickly. So this is nice here. He plays a discard plus a leaf bug because he put up 140 shield. So we end up getting to draw up 1 card, which is nice. Also note, whenever the turn is ended and you're in this phase, you can see how many cards your opponent has. So we know my opponent drew into 3 cards and he played 3 cards, but this shows you here that he has exactly 6 cards. So now your opponent's on 6 cards. He's also used 1 energy, gains 1 back, so he's on 5. Tip number 3, make sure you keep track of your opponent's energy. Here, again, I'm probably just going to go in. I want to make sure I get this kill here. I want to try and kill off his plant because the plant's pretty annoying. Once I'm through his plant, though, it'll be a lot easier for me. I use Balloon here to make sure my opponent didn't get last stand, and because they like to usually place a little bit extra shield. Tip number 4, last stand is actually not RNG. It's based off the amount of HP you have left and the amount of damage that a card does. If you have 150 shield but 1 HP left and I do 160 damage, it's still going to kill you because your HP is 1, versus if you had 10 HP plus 100 shield and I did 111 damage, and then you would end up living and surviving. So let's say you have 100 HP and I do 110 damage. You're going to end up going into last stand because the amount of damage I did over is not that much. It's based off the amount. Here, we're just going to play Cattail because he may end up trying to go front door. I'm also going to play Balloon here just to maybe try and stop him from playing backdoor. Most likely, though, he's going to be able to backdoor. So that wouldn't be too bad. And this is good. We do end up stopping any type of backdoor attempt from him. Him just stacking energy again. So the nice thing is here, if I can keep my midliner alive, Hatsune is going to be really, really strong in the late game. Hatsune here, what it does is it ends up disabling my opponent's range card. So then he won't be able to use any cards here. So he's going to want to end up trying to kill my midliner as fast as possible. Currently, my opponent's playing very, very slow. So now the question is, do I want to play around my backliner and go for a Hatsune play? Or do I just want to play around my frontliner and trying to kill off my opponent's backline? So I'm just going to play around the Hatsune because I think it's the safest play here, especially because I know he's going to want to backdoor me. And he goes for the double backdoor. He also saved up the poison stacks because he wanted to stack up the poison on my backline. Now I know he can't use any range cards on me, which means I'm pretty safe on my backline to actually be able to try and heal next turn. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go for another Hatsune. We're actually not going to play the Hatsune because I know he can't backdoor. He can only backdoor with this guy here. So depending on what cards he actually has, I shouldn't be too scared about a backdoor. So I'm just going to go for a full damage combo and try and kill off my opponent. We're back up to 300 health, and we draw into another Hatsune. I'm going to play Cattail in the front, just so if he decides to go front, which is not very likely. So actually, we're just going to play another Hatsune here and save up cards. We actually do want him to kill my frontliner. This is another thing as well. Sometimes you got to figure out what is the best Axie to get rid of on your team. So if, and also I guess I should run the Cattail, but if you have a team that is running, let's say so here we're gonna go for a 3-card combo for damage. Actually, again, it's probably better just to go around like here and then just play the Hatsune again. Just play a little bit safer, kind of try and draw myself into cards, and try to avoid like a big play from him. So 'Cause I 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 'Cause So here he can't backdoor me. Not the best draw, but he can only play 2 cards. So we're just going to go for 4 cards of damage to try and kill him, actually. So now, as long as both our Axies don't die, we actually win this game. We're just going to go for a defense on both of our Axies, just trying to make sure that we don't end up losing. The thing is, it may actually not even be worth playing the Cattail. And I think we just want to sack one of them. He's on 11 HP, and he's going to die to Blood Moon. Blood Moon, it does 50 damage for the first tick. So he does decide to go back. He kills with 2 cards, and because we played no cards here, we're going to end up killing him 2 Blood Moon damage. Tip number 5 and final tip. Always keep a strong mental game. Axie can be very taxing the longer you play the game. So if you're on a lose streak and you're just feeling pretty bad, take a 5-minute break, go walk outside, take a breather, do something, take whatever you need to do to regain your mental strength, and then come back and play again. If you're losing like 3 to 4 games and you're getting upset and you're getting tilted and you want to punch a wall or whatever, it's just not going to be good for your sanity in the long run. Axie is definitely a mind game, and it's all about like playing the right strategy, thinking about how your opponent's going to play and how do you counter that. So that's why you saw when I played the Hatsune is I thought he was going to come for a backdoor, and if he didn't, it's also good because I was still holding another Hatsune in hand. So it's just all about strategy. It's like a poker game. Play to your best of your ability, and you saw I played to the best of my ability there, and we ended up taking the win. If you like this video, guys, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.